and all this teaching to the test, and get the pressure off the teachers, the pressure off the kids, the pressure off the administrators. I believe the TEA needs to be revamped completely, where it's for resources and materials only, and let's get rid of all that STAR testing. Thank you.
Three is a really hard number. I have sent out a mailer recently that has 10 of the first 10 bills that I would file on it, and even narrowing it down to 10 was hard, because there's probably at least 20 different things that I think are important for us out here. I can tell you from visiting with so many people in our district, when you go around and you ask the question, what matters to you most, certain issues rise to the top. The top of that list is going to be securing our border. A way to do that is going to be ending in-state tuition for illegals. Another way is to require an employer to use the E-Verify system and to penalize employers who knowingly hire illegals. I'm also a very strong pro-life Christian woman, and I intend to file a heartbeat bill to protect that innocent life. And then property taxes, we've got to do something to address that. There's a lot of conversation and ideas out there. Our governor tried to initiate a conversation last time about increasing the sales tax a little to offset the property tax. It got choked down pretty quick, but I think that that is an important conversation for us to have again to figure out where we can bring some relief. Because if we can bring it about in a consumption tax way, that puts you and I in the driver's seat better on how much we're spending in taxes. Well, that's something that we need to talk about further. That might have been forwarded. Sorry.
First thing I'm gonna do is find the bathroom. I'm gonna need to find that. Y'all, the first thing that I'm gonna do is I understand, and I hope everybody here understands that there's no way that I can put my super cape here on and go down there and jump in the middle of the floor and try to solve all the problems. First thing I'm gonna do is start building relationships. Start the conversation. The first bill, first legislation, whatever you wanna call it, is we're gonna have to fix these unfunded mandates. Because every commissioner, every sheriff, every person that I talk to, it's, what do we do? How do we raise this money? We've got to figure out how to get these mandates funded and keep them funded. Another thing is the pro-life. I'm adopted. My biological mother was 16 years old when she had me. So I had a very good chance of being here, so it's very important to me. And then also taking care of our guns. They're not getting our guns. I don't care what they say, over my dead body. Thank you.
So, every 2 years, the Republican Party in Texas has their state convention, and then every 4 years we go to a national convention. Anyway, for the last 2 state conventions in a row, we've had committees. I mean, you gotta think, there's 12,000 people at this thing, right? And our Legislative Priorities Committee has come back unanimously twice in a row saying that the #1 priority for the Republican Party in Texas is constitutional carry. All right? So would you please explain a little bit of what that is and your stance on constitutional carry?
Constitutional carry is the Second Amendment. Full stop, period, end of story. It's the right of the people to keep and bear arms, to protect ourselves against a tyrannical government. The government doesn't grant us the right. It's our right that they can't take away. So what constitutional carry contemplates is that we would, as free citizens, as free law-abiding citizens, would have the right to carry a firearm without having to be licensed or charged fees by the state. Now, do I support constitutional carry? Yes, I do. If you're a law-abiding citizen, you already have the Second Amendment freedom guaranteed to you. I'm also an LTC holder, though, because I do believe in following the rules of the law. And now, I think I've probably addressed what you intend there. I would support constitutional carry on the floor, is the nuts and bolts of it. Okay.
This is pretty simple. Yes, I support it 100%. It's our right to have guns, and they're not going to take it from us. Thank you.
There's going to be a difference of opinion in how we define constitutional carry. The Second Amendment, I am pro-Second Amendment. I voted with the NRA every last session, the session before. The definition of constitutional carry in Austin, in the House of Representatives, is that anybody can carry any type of gun, anywhere, with no license, no registration, no background checks. So that means any rifle, shotgun, or pistol can be carried into any building, whether you are a private business owner, you have no say in that, which I have a problem with that. If you're a private business owner, you should be able to say about who can come into your place of business or not. Now, we passed a bill that I voted for this past session to allow churches the rights they had that you saw in the White 7 shooting. We voted for that. And they utilized the Second Amendment rights properly with highly trained individuals, even though it was a tragedy outcome with 2 being killed. The gentleman who was there was a very highly trained individual, and I support people who are going to be carrying to be highly trained individuals. But the problem I have with this as a doctor, it allows mentally ill people to purchase guns, to carry guns, anywhere they want. And as a physician, I know there are certain medical diagnoses that some people have that make them unsafe because they are in an irrational mind. They have irrational thoughts. They're not thinking like you and I do. And when you give them a gun, then how many of these mass shootings have you read about where the words mental illness are associated with the shooter? So that's what constitutional carry means in Austin, and that's why it's never gone very far. Right?
So, I think the last question before we get into closing remarks, because we are going to have some sheriff's candidates come up and speak to us as well as some constables. What's it going to look like if you're in office, as far as the counties are concerned? Are you going to get elected and you never see me again till the next primary? Or how do you see your interaction with your administration with Coryell County and the other counties throughout the
I'm glad you asked me that. Kind of like I said before, I've already worked with different entities, different people throughout the district, and we're gonna have the round tables where we're gonna have open door every time. I want to put my district office here in Coryell County, because I have my office in Stevensville. And then also, I want to have a traveling office that will go from county seat to county seat, that the people can be able to come to us at any time. But that's the thing, y'all. I'm just a normal business guy, just a normal working guy. Never dreamed I'd be up here talking to y'all tonight. It's about us, the normal people. We've been led too long by politicians. Politicians has been a dirty word for too long. You have to know that my door's always open, my phone always rings. I'm here for you.
We already have a well-oiled machine that's functioning. Most of you know Gary Kafer from here in Gatesville, retired public school teacher. He is our district director. And if you want to know how well we keep relationships, I wish you could ask our county judges, city managers, sheriff's office, county commissioners in all 8 counties of this district. Gary is on the road 3 to 4 days every week, just going to people's offices and popping in, not asking for us, not asking them to do things for us, but asking, what can we do for you? What do you need? How can Austin benefit you better? We also have a Facebook page that people send us messages to, we answer to. Now, we answer every written letter that comes down to the office. We have a rule about that. Now, if you send an email and it didn't get answered, let me give you an example of one weekend where the people came back to office Monday morning and we had 2,400 emails just over the weekend, okay? There's a limit we can do with emails, but letters, phone calls, personal visits, we always value those. We always follow up with our county leaders and our city leaders, and I wish you would just ask them if they're here and if that's true, and I think they'll tell you that it is. Thank you.
I've served and led in a lot of places over the years, from our church to Education Foundation, city boards and committees, and I love it, and I'm a collaborative person. I like other people. I've never felt the pressure that I have to know the answer to everything, because I know a lot of people who know a lot of things. And so that's just kind of my leadership style, is to network, and I view us kind of as Venn diagrams. I love that nerdy illustration. Where the overlaps are at, that's where our expertise is found. So, as far as engagement with the people, my open door policy is more about coming to your doors. I really like getting out in our communities and knocking on as many doors as possible, because as y'all probably know, when we come out into public forums like this, sometimes it's hard for people to speak up about the things that you really care about and the issues that you want to see addressed, because we don't know anymore in this day and age if you might get kind of shouted down or attacked or ridiculed for your ideas. But when I show up at your door, you're very honest with me about the things that really matter to you. And that's how we can collect those data points to know what things rise to the top for the people in this district. And I think that's a critical component that has been missing for us. And aside from just knocking on doors, just that engagement out in the community in general. Thank you.
All right, so our closing statements are going to be 3 minutes. It's going to be Mr. Johnson, Mr. Sheffield, as this is possible. And in the meantime, if there's 2 or more sheriff candidates that would like to speak next, please join me at this door over here.
For too long, we've had too much slick talk and empty promises from doctors and lawyers, and it's been business as usual. Politicians are doing the bidding of special interest groups that own them instead of serving their constituents. Like you, I have voted for these people, and like you, my voices have gone unheard. It's time for that to stop. I'm the only candidate who has refused money from special interest groups and not been endorsed by anyone from the swamp, because my vote cannot be bought. My voice and my votes will fully represent the people of District 59. I'm not a member of the establishment, nor have I ever wanted to be a member of the establishment. I'm a lifelong resident of District 59. I've raised my family, built several successful businesses here, and I will bring my business experience and work ethic to Austin. I will not be pushed around, and will not make backdoor deals to further a political career. I will fight for the people of District 59 and finally give rural Texas, District 59, a loud and clear voice that we haven't had in a long time. So I ask for your vote and I ask for your support. We can stand together and send a message to Austin. It's not going to be business as usual anymore. Thank y'all for having me tonight. God bless you all, and God bless the great state of Texas.
Again, I want to thank Jack for moderating this, the city of Austin, the city of Gatesville for hosting this. So what's in a person's heart? The heart of service to others, or self-service to political means? As a family practice doctor every day, my business is helping people. Every day. I've done it for 27 years here in Gatesville. I hope to bring a clinic back to Gatesville next year. I met my wife here in this community, and now I'm a grandfather of 3 grandkids who my wife describes as beautiful and perfect. Every time we run for re-election, our votes get twisted. We get things said about us. It gets to be where it's almost enough for an entire book of fiction. I've taken thousands of votes down in Austin, worked on thousands of bills of legislation. You can always take something and twist it one way, make it look one thing, twist it another way, make it look another thing. Here's what I've done. Voted to ban the state income tax, part of cutting $5 billion in property taxes, ban sanctuary cities, put $800 million for border security, cut funding for Planned Parenthood. This past session, I jointly offered one of the pro-life priority bills that Governor Abbott wanted passed. Rural schools used to get a raw deal in Austin. This next year, schools in our House district are $32 million more. And I sat on the Appropriations Committee that got all these through the committee and all these through the House. This is a conservative record, folks. I've been endorsed by Governor Abbott, the Farm Bureau, two of our state's 3 pro-life groups. Now, you know my heart, and that's all that matters to me. You are here tonight to determine who you want to fight for you, to be the protector of your children's hopes and dreams, to defend the elderly when they're in their final years, and depend on others to care for them. God equips us with the tools and armament needed to do battle in places like Austin. Make no mistake, politics is war. I'm proud of the work we have done for you, and I hope you allow me to go to Austin once more to fight for you, to work for you, to serve you, and no one else. Thank you.
Here's my part. We need a reboot. We need a whole new approach. We need a new level of energy and engagement in our district. A state rep is the closest elected official at the state level to the people, which means that the more interaction they have with you, the better they're doing their job. Now, our rep will tell you that he cares about you, but his actions or lack thereof just don't back up that claim. When was the last time that you were invited to a town hall, or he personally came to your door when he wasn't asking for your vote? I believe in engaging with people, and for the last 8 months, I have been very blessed to meet with thousands of people across our district, because you matter. As your next state representative, I'll hold at least one town hall in each of our 8 counties every year. I'll hold mobile office hours on the first Saturday of the month, where I visit a different county and just meet with people. We'll have a public education forum each year, where we talk specifically about pub ed issues with our educators. And we'll have a public safety summit where we talk about safety issues with our sheriffs, our police chiefs, our fire chiefs, and our mayors, and about how we keep you and your families safe. Because ladies and gentlemen, if you're not safe, you're not free. We'll also leverage technology to have Facebook Live events and teletown halls, and I will personally knock on hundreds of doors when I'm not in an election cycle. Because the very best way to keep your hand on the pulse of the people that you represent is to show up at their homes and find out what matters to them. Now, the sad thing is, for the last 8 years, he could have done all of these things, and he chose to do none of them. We can do so much better. And the good news is that it's within your power to make that change. My name is Shelby Slauson. I look forward to meeting with you when we're done back here, and I would be very honored and humbled to have your vote to serve as your next state representative. Thank you.
Let's give everybody another round of applause. You know, you're sitting there one day, you get this spark that you want to run for public office and become a servant to the people, but in order to get from that point of concept to the actual office, you got to run through a gauntlet, right? So God bless you for standing up and wanting to represent us. One more round of applause. And